What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So for this video, I'm just gonna do a little story time for you guys. Um, Everything about this video, a lot of the information is I want to credit somebody from Instagram that I met, which is Johan, which is I'll put his Instagram handle here on the screen. Is essentially my twin here with in terms of cars. He has the black GT3 that is amazing. It looks amazing. He uses it as intended, as you can see when you check out his Instagram page. But he was following along with my bumper saga here when he pointed out to me some hidden gems near the suspension area. So we'll dive into that. So when I bought the vehicle, when I bought the GT3, I kind of knew that there's something going on with it because the brakes are perpendicular. This is a 997.1, which is steel brakes. 997.1 steel brakes are clocked 4 o'clock like this way, like 7 o'clock like that. Is that 7? Yeah, 7 or 8. But like this way, not perpendicular like that. So the only way this will be is if the car had PCCBs originally, and they switched to even if it's PCCBs, this should be yellow, but PCCB mounting is perpendicular. So for me, I just attributed it to be like, maybe they changed it was, it had PCCB kind of carrier, like wheel hub and things like that. And, that's it. I accepted that. Okay. It's working fine. It's been driving fine. No problem. Mechanic checked it all out. It's fine. But what I noticed is so this angle here is what what Johan saw, that this is actually not normal. So, and he pointed out that this angle here of the strut happens when you have a turbo slash 4S wheel carrier. So on those cars, this is what the suspension looked like, and that's because something to do with the all-wheel drive system, I think, and that's why they have to make room like that. So when he pointed that out, it's like I lost my mind. So I'm like, oh my god, like really? So I looked up the part number, verified it, and yes, he was right. It was actually a part for a 4S. So the way this is also set up, my mechanic told me that this is set up like a turbo. This is the turbo spacers, like for the strut. So a real Frankenstein kind of a job. So for me now, initially I was thinking like, what is the motivation for something like this to happen? Because this is not entirely cheap to do, to swap it out in this way. But I think they're just, whoever owned this, either the dealer or the person before him, or I don't think the dealer even knew that this is going on here. I don't think they were experts on Porsches. Is that maybe they were in a rush to either sell the car or fix the car to sell it, that they just took parts wherever they can get it. So it's really unfortunate that this happened here with me, but I'm trying to look at the silver lining here, which is now that I have an option to refresh the suspension and the braking system, which is not entirely bad. I just don't want to spend that money right now because I'm focusing on this bumper project. But eventually, I'm gonna want to beef up suspension and brakes anyway. So I guess this is just kind of a nudge to like, hey, but it's really unfortunate. It's really annoying that this is happening. But yeah, content for YouTube, I suppose. So what's gonna happen is I can either do, these are not cheap. Like each wheel carrier cost about $2,500. That's just the wheel carrier, and not the whatever parts I would need. I still need to change if I can reuse this strut, which I'm not sure of. I can just change the top hat and maybe reuse this strut. This is a Bilstein PSS 9 or 10. I'm not sure yet, but I should be able to reuse it because each kit that I've seen for GT3s, you have to reuse the top hat anyway from your stock suspension. So they just give you the strut body, and you have to reuse the mounting from your stock GT3 or aftermarket for a GT3. So I think you can use this. I'm really hoping, because if not, I can do the Olins or ask Bilstein to, I don't know, change a component, whatever is needed to fit it. Anyway, I have an option to either go with a PCCB setup and use my steel rotors, or do a PCCB rotors as well. Actually, the advantage of going PCCB wheel carrier is that I can go from a 350 millimeter front disc to a 380 millimeter front disc. So, like I said, it's there's a silver lining here that I can actually just upgrade my setup. It's just kind of maybe the timing of it all is just what's bothering me, I suppose. And like I said, it's driving fine. It's not unsafe, I don't think. The mechanic didn't, I would trust my mechanic if he mentioned something's bad like this. He didn't mention anything that it's, but I wouldn't track the car in this way at this time. I'm going to have to make sure everything's correct before I do that. So, yeah, it won't be tracked for a little bit until I find those parts. It doesn't seem to be easy to find any of the parts for this vehicle. So one at a time, we'll tackle the bumper first. We'll finish the bumper. We'll see how it looks like, button everything up, drive it for a little bit. But this is going to be coming up in the future. Right after the bumper, it's going to be a suspension and brake project. So if you guys are interested in that, and you want to share my frustration, yeah, feel free to follow the channel, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of what's going on here. So my best bet, like I said, is they're in a rush to fix it. Probably got in an accident, a really bad one, for them to change that. The car is clean title, which is kind of interesting. Maybe not everything is reported, but it drives straight. It's not bent or anything on anywhere. But I think the car is worth saving. How many 997 GT3s in black do you actually see out there? I don't like. It's usually white, yellow. So I think the car is just it's a car worthy of saving. So I'm here. It's mine. I want to save it. The journey is long, so it is what it is. So yeah, at least we have the bikes. If this is down for a little bit, we have the bike in the channel that we can work on and have fun with. So once I'm getting suspension work on the 690 right now, so I don't have a lot of content to produce until it's back. So that's just a little teaser. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of what's going on with this whole situation, because if it's funny to you, or I can't help but laugh. But thanks to Johan for pointing it out and lending his knowledge. He's amassed. I guess he's worked on this car, like he mentioned to me. He worked on this car plenty of times because he tracks it all the time. So I don't know what to say, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. And yeah, peace.